Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are live tonight for another edition of the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode. I see you guys been patiently waiting the start of this race. This is going to be an exciting one. We're at my personal favorite racetrack, Bristol Motor Speedway, here tonight for the Bristol Night Race presented by Bassett Pro Shops. Anyway, this is going to be a fun one. We got the cutoff race for the round of 16. We do know that there are two drivers that are already locked into this round, or I should say the next round of the playoffs. That would be Martin Truex Jr. with a win of the Southern 500 at Darlington, and then a win last night at Richmond for ourselves, for our driver, close in the road, Keegan Schneider. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We did run some practice, we did run some qualifying, trying to get the setup in there. We are racing the playoff points today. And I do have the current standings for the drivers that are not locked in. I don't have Martin Truex Jr. and myself on that list because we are already locked in. So there are 4 drivers obviously below the cutoff line, and there will be still 10 more drivers that will finish at the end of this Bristol Night Race tonight. So you guys can at least see the points coming into the race. I don't know if I'm going to be able to adjust that for you guys. The stage points going in, I might be able to take a screenshot of it, honestly, but we'll see. We'll see going forward. Obviously, we're going to get the first stage first, and we'll go from there. Thanks for everybody tuning on into this race. Welcome everybody down into the chat. Oni, Dark Crypto, Trevor Grimes, R6R6, Tim Irvin, welcome everybody to the stream. And I guess it's better now that my controller is dead than during the start of the race. I grabbed the wrong controller. Give me one quick second. Give me one quick second. Unprepared. It looks a little like sloppy without I have the camera on there and the points, but that was like the only way I was able to actually get the points up on the screenshot of Google Docs. So I'll try to maybe use like Google Slides or something, so I can take a full screen picture, maybe put on the right hand corner for the following playoff races to come. Mr. Cox, welcome to the stream as well. All right. Enough talking. We got 10 people waiting here. Let's not let you wait any longer. William Byron will be starting on the pole tonight. Both the Busch brothers starting at the rear. Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch. As you see on your screen, Kyle Busch is 39 points for the good. Kurt Busch 18 points for the good. Kevin Harvick also has to start at the rear. He's looking pretty good on points himself as well. And I just realized I don't even think Kevin Harvick's on that list. Oh, you know what? Oh, jeez. I made a big mistake with the points. Hang on. I got to pause it real quick.
We're going.
I got to pause it. Because Kevin Harvick... Oh, how did I not do that? I left Harvick off of there. Because he's got 200. So, oh, that's why. He's already locked into the next round on points. Because he's got 11 more points than Brad Keselowski. So that's what happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. That's why I left Harvick off there. Sorry. I made the points up last night after the stream, so I was a little confused as to why Kevin Harvick wasn't on that list. I was like, wait, Harvick didn't win. He's not locked in. No, Harvick is locked in on points. I had to re-clarify. Kevin Harvick would be 69 points above the cutoff line as of right now, which would not lock him in necessarily. The most you can outscore a certain driver by is 59 points. So you'd have to go, how many points is he ahead of the second guy below the cutoff line, which would be Alex Bowman, and he's 64 points above. So he would still be above 59 points ahead of Bowman. So that's why Kevin Harvick is already locked in on points. If you guys don't settle down in the chat, I'm gonna block both of you. I mean, this getting ridiculous. Acting like kids here. I mean, you guys might be kids, but come on, we're here to watch some racing here tonight. We are here to have some fun tonight. We don't need some bickering in the comment section like we did last night. Be the bigger man. CW2288, welcome to the stream as well. Didn't see you in the chat there in the middle. Sorry for not shouting you out.
Green.
Alrighty.
Almost ready
That being said, we are getting
green flag, green flag. Got one peeking inside.
Down the top of the rear wheel, starting second in this one. Bristol night race is underway.
Got one peeking inside.
125 laps in stage 1 and a 500 lap
inside
race. Ryder comes into this race with 4 straight finishes inside the top 6. Now you see
got a Carlo now.
Very crucial as well. No, I had it right. Yeah, 5 straight races inside the top 6. 6th at
Got a Carlo now.
3rd at Dover, 2nd at Dayton, 2nd at Darlington, and at Richmond. What a hot start to 2005. Again, is a rookie this season. Fighting
Still
for a
there.
championship.
Careful. Still there. Still
You're
there.
not a kid, you're
Inside.
acting. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm putting out there.
Stay high up here.
Not Larson family. That's a gem.
Careful. Still there.
Trying to pinch down the 17. That's James Busher. Chris Busher, the 17.
Still there. Inside.
Pinching down the side track. And there's also kind of going here down the roll-up. One driver who has had a nightmarish start to the playoffs is Joey Logano. He even tied for the most playoff points with Denny Hamlin and Mark Truex when the playoffs started at 30 playoff
Careful.
points.
Still there.
2 DNFs in the first 2 races. Finished dead last in the DNF and the playoff opener at Darlington. Finished 49th in the DNF last night at Richmond.
Careful. Still there.
Just, I mean,
Clear down low. Got one peeking inside. You're clear all around, man.
Bristol. And as far as qualifying goes, not a good start there. He's already outside the top 15 right now. Cars are a little too loud. All right. I'll turn it down for you guys. Some of it might be my fan too, because you know what? I turned it down, but I had to readjust the screen. I had to readjust the screen so I could get the points on there. And I think it turned the volume all the way back up again, so I'll turn it back down to where it was.
Car outside. Clear high, clear high. Hold your line, got one inside. All right, you're clear then. Inside.
Big run to the inside of the 99 of Schneider. Right around Chris Buescher. He seems to be holding up a whole lot of cars. Eric Almirola, of course, being one of those drivers. Priest slides all the way up the racetrack, took Schneider's line away, and to duck down to the bottom in the center of the corner to keep from getting into the back of Priest. Now remember, this is the same chassis that won the Richmond race last night for Schneider. So with that being said, he does not have 90 on the engine or the aero departments coming into this race. He's actually got an 84 on the engine and an 83 on the aero. 83 on the suspension as well. The max for that department would have been an 85. Priest gets sideways, might have tagged the wall off the exit of turn 2. So he got around Schneider, but now he's holding him up as he's taking his line away on the outside of the racetrack, forcing the 99 to have to run down low. He's actually doing pretty alright. Right now running the inside of the racetrack. Denny Hamlin is out in front. Early on, he's sitting with a couple of wins this season. Truex led the first few laps of the race. Here comes Eric Jones and Kevin Harvick now into the picture. The 99 and the 37, 3 wide off the exit of 2 as Jones runs the 99 of Schneider up the track just a tad. Now he slides into Ryan Priest in the next corner.
Stay high up there.
Jones having a hard time with his race car, also below the cutoff line. A lot of drivers below the cutoff line outside the top 15 early on. They really need to get going. 3 drivers locked in, 2 on wins, 1 on points. The driver on points, Kevin Harvick, Schneider, and Truex on wins. Hamlin out in front. He's well above the cutoff line, but obviously a win would be more playoff points going his way next round as well.
Careful, still there.
I don't appear on the point sheet because we won at Richmond. We're already locked in. I should have put advanced like next to 99, 19, and 4.
Clear low, bud.
Sorry for that, but those are the 3 drivers locked in right now. We have 1 on points, 2 on wins. Harvick, no matter what happens, DNF for the last place finish, no stage points, and somebody winning below the cutoff line will not knock Harvick out of the playoff, or out of the playoff standings. His top 5 each of the first 3 races, and he also had a lot of playoff points going in as well. He's had a perfect start to Logano. He's actually going to pass Logano already as Joey's caught behind Austin Dillon. Better drop back right to where he qualified in 25th as Hamlin's already working through lap traffic right now. Kyle Busch to the back bumper of Schneider looking to make a pass as well. He's the 3rd of those 3 drivers who started at the rear. And Ryan Preece goes to the bottom. Schneider starts to get his momentum back, and then he moves to the top right back in front of him again. This is really chopping down the 99. He's got nowhere to go. He might have gotten into the back of Preece that time. And Preece gets a little sideways again off the exit of turn 2. Kyle Busch gets around both of them. Schneider again to the inside of Preece. He just cannot complete the pass down there. Now he drives it deep into turn 1 to slide up in front of the 37. Preece with the crossover to the inside. Ryan Preece is racing the heck out of beating Schneider right now. It's a good battle, but slowing both drivers up. They're using their tires up. I know Schneider's locked into the next round, but he needs all the playoff points he can get. 3 wins, 5 stage wins on the year, but did not finish in the top 10 in points, so he didn't have any playoff points there. Schneider wanted to get to the bottom in front of Austin Dillon because now Joey Logano's holding him up on the outside, and Joey Logano is not off to a good start. The number 2 seed in the playoffs, Joey Logano, in the round of 16 has had troubles and might not make it to the round of 12 the way he's running early on. He might need some help with maybe a DNF with somebody on the bubble who's barely in on the cutoff line. Even those drivers right around him in points as well, like an Eric Jones and an Eric Almirola, and they're out
still there.
Well, Almirola is, I guess. Blaney's 28, that's not good for him. Well, contact with Logano, they were 3 wide off the exit of 2. Preece again down low. Taking maybe a little bit of a line away from Schneider. Despite not even being in the same lane that time. Just being 3 wide on a short track is enough to take the lead away. Austin Dillon might be in the way. They're 3 wide again in turns 1 and 2. And look at Preece and Schneider as they split Austin Dillon off the exit of turn 4. That was unbelievable how both cars cleared Austin Dillon. Squeezing Dillon in the middle. This battle between Preece and Schneider has gone on since the drop of the green flag. Schneider finally clears him off turn 4 with the run off the high side. He's going to have to go back down to the bottom now to block Preece as Michael McDowell's going to get in Schneider's way. Schneider drives it deep into the next corner to slide up in front of the 34. Starting to get the hang of it. Traffic's only going to get heavier.
Stay high up there.
3 wide up high. Elliott, Timmy Hill might get the layup here. Contact with Jones again.
Still there.
They got really loose trying to back it down that corner. Timmy Hill up high right in front of Chase Elliott, not really giving him much of any room to go. Schneider into that 3rd lane. Didn't think he had a lot of room up there, but he's trying to squeeze and make it work. Keeping it off the wall, he's doing a good job. Michael McDowell down low, 3 wide again in tight.
Still there.
Justin Haley backs out of it to let the lead lap cars go. Tyler Reddick, the rookie, now out in front. non-playoff driver.
Inside.
Three wide again through 1 and 2. Jones on the bottom. Bubba Wallace in the middle. Schneider again, of course, up high.
Careful, still there.
Next weekend we'll do an online lobby. Yeah, we can plan for an online lobby next weekend. Not sure what day. It'll be anywhere between Friday and Sunday. Probably Sunday means I have off on Sundays. I think that'll probably be the best time for it. We can shoot for next Sunday.
Careful, still there.
Andrew Jones.
Careful, still there.
Cutting any slack. Alex Bowman is taking the race lead.
Still there.
He comes in, first driver below the cutoff line. -3. And stats correctly. Nope, I wasn't looking at my stats correctly. He's 8 points below the cutoff line. Jones is 3 points below. It's so small on my screen. Probably clear for you guys to see.
Stay high up here.
Big Mac the Goat over the stream.
Stay high. Careful, still there.
Thoughts on NASCAR 21? Well, I haven't really seen any gameplay yet. Not of actual cars on the track, so yeah, when it comes to Sunday. Hope it's good. Graphics look cool. I mean, that's about all we know right now. It's literally the only thing. We don't know how the business out there. We just know the graphics are
Stay high up here.
good.
Still there.
Cars one boy, welcome to the
Clear down
stream.
low.
Makes a pass on Jimmy Johnson for 17. Fell off the base really quick. He was holding a lot of drivers up there early. I didn't think he was going to drop back to 34 as quickly as he did. He's already 1 lap down. He might be going 2 laps down here before long. Bristol's such a fun track, man. You know,
Careful, still there.
like all the lines are like perfect in front, middle, top, bottom.
Stay high.
Diamond the corners off, brake heavily, going deep into the corner of the 750 package. Really getting the advantage there. Then back the corners up. Set picks behind lap cars like Schneider just did right there on Matt Benedetto. Using Corey LaJoy as the pit car to get around him. These 3 drivers that started at the rear, both the Busch brothers and Kevin Harvick are not that far ahead of Schneider. Kyle Busch is directly in front. 2019. Schneider thought Busch was going to go to the bottom, so he second-guessed himself, went high, and Busch ended up moving up in the center of the corner. Schneider sends it into the corner. How deep into the braking zone he was able to go there to get around Kyle Busch. He didn't want to get stuck on the bottom behind Chad Pinchot. He had to slide up aggressively in front of Busch, but he pass nevertheless. He hasn't, I mean, he's kept the corner clean. We're already almost 50 laps in.
Careful, still there.
50 laps. No caution so far. Darkly. Full contact with the corner exit of Matt Kenzie.
Stay at the bottom here.
The short jack racing. Can have that. Three wide with Byron and Kenzie. Oh, big blue smoke getting into the corner. Eric Almirola holding him up.
Here we go now, 3 wide.
Up the middle, 3 wide. Don't know if this is going to work. Now he's going to have to follow Kenza. Back to the middle again. Haley much slower. He was able to cut down in the center of the corner and at least clear him on the inside. Slides back up in front of the 42 of Kenza for 13. great run off the exit of turn 4 to get around Custer, picking him behind Brendan Gaughan. Carter holding up Christopher Bell. Harvick and Kurt Busch get around, and now Schneider's looking to get around the 95. Busch might go a little too high too soon, and he's going to get picked behind Timmy Hill, maybe. Schneider's trying to trap him behind him, and Will Schneider inside the top 10 for the first time tonight. Lap number 52, 53 for race leader Alex Bowman. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Oh, you don't like Project Cars 2? I heard it was a good game. I mean, it's kind of older now, though, so maybe it's kind of off. Maybe it's good for the time. This game is what, like 4 or 5 years old already?
Alright, you're clear then.
It's not old enough to have that nostalgia factor yet. Like 15 to 20 years old. People appreciate it for 10 years from now. Suarez having a good run for Daunt Brothers. 96 car, he's in 8th place. You guys will not have to make a pit stop at all in stage 1 either. Car's up here, right?
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there.
Should just be the new game factor. That was the problem I had when I first started the NASCAR Thunder 2004 playthrough. It was like really having to get used to the handling of the cars because it had been so long. Yeah, like those older games drive so much different than NASCAR. I was so used to NASCAR for 4 or 5 years before that. I made the jump back to old games from my childhood. It was like pretty difficult in the first couple weeks, really. I got used to it. Run some practice races before I just hopped in for that Budweiser shootout and started
still there.
Otherwise, I would have probably embarrassed. I mean, I still crashed out of like 4 of the first 6 races or something like that, but I guarantee I would have crashed out of even more if I did one of those practice races.
You're all clear up top.
I wasn't doing full practice races, but just
all clear. Chase
Elliott not having a good run. He is not in the playoffs, so by the way, don't worry about St. Elliott around a 16. Completely missed the playoffs. So I guess that was the first domino to fall, the first upset of the season.
Stay high up here.
Going 3 wide up high on Blaney and Elliott. A couple of the lap cars. Elliott gets squeezed out of the gas.
You're clear there.
It's about 2/3 of the racetrack off the lead. We're running in 7th place here early on. He's locked into the next round. So really all he's racing for is stage wins and a possible race win tonight. So those extra points he can earn tonight will carry over into the next round. That's the only thing he, Harvick, Truex racing for.
Careful, no
I don't have to keep this line on playing forward. He was able to get the car to rotate the center, cut down to the bottom off the exit of the corner.
Clear low, clear low.
He'll be able to get this car to drive pretty much anywhere as long as he doesn't jam the brakes too hard to get on the inside. Pretty much if he doesn't have to change his line at the last second.
Stay on the bottom.
On the inside.
You got room. You're clear.
Dow goes to the bottom.
Still there.
Jump to the high side. Barely clears McDowell. Back to the bottom to get around Justin Hayden. It's so hard to pick where these slower lap cars are going to go lap after lap, corner after corner.
Still there.
I don't think Schneider has even touched the wall yet, so he ran the top side about 90% of the time. The run he got through 3 and 4 to the outside of Denny Hamlin.
Still there.
Brad Keselowski, Mark Sharks Jr., all right here for position. Lap car, pinch him in the way. Schneider's going to take it 3 wide up high now.
Stay high up there.
Makes the pass on Truex for position, still alongside Denny Hamlin for 5th. Now to the outside of Keselowski. Newman's in 3rd, just up ahead. Schneider clear off turn 4 on Keselowski. What a run.
Still there. Got a car coming inside now.
He gets put in the middle 3 wide. Battle for 3rd between Newman and Schneider.
Clear down low. Still there.
You guys see Ricky Bobby? You mean Talladega Nights? Or are you talking about like Will Ferrell, the person? Have you seen Will Ferrell before? Ricky Bobby's not a real person.
Still there. You're all clear on the bottom there.
That pulls him in. He's within 5 seconds of the race lead. Car's really starting to get going on this longer run.
Stay on the bottom.
They have not had a caution yet in this race as well. That's really helped them
You got room.
feel the
You're
race
clear
car
now.
out.
All right, you're clear. You got room. You're clear there.
We've got 52 laps to go in this opening stage as well. Not even halfway through the tire run, over 100 laps of fuel left. Quite a ways on fuel at Bristol, 160 to 175 laps. Half mile short track. You can I feel like last season was kind of the domino effect of really knowing that Brad Keselowski wasn't going to be with Penske soon. I feel like we all should have seen it coming a lot sooner than what we did. Maybe not going to Roush necessarily, but, you know, just leaving Penske in general. We had issues with Pagano and Flash last season, even before the season started in the offseason when they made the crew chief pick pairings, and they flipped that around. They literally gave, in my opinion, Brad Keselowski the worst crew chief of the 3 at Penske, when he had probably the best, who was Paul Wolfe, and they won a championship. They're making deep playoff runs literally every year of Keselowski's running since the current playoffs we know of, and even before that, again, he won a championship. So, you know, it's like, it's just odd. It's like they were preparing Brad to leave early, and they only signed him to a 1-year deal last season. And I think they would have let him go with COVID happening, and then them re-signing him right pretty much in the heat of the pandemic. You know, we didn't know the outcome was going to look like the next season, so I think Rod wanted to, you know, at least treat Brad with respect, because he does respect it. Even if he knew he wasn't going to be in the car, so he's going to give him a ride. I think they were definitely planning on parting ways quite soon. As far as him going to Roush, though, I'm excited to see what he can do. You know, he runs really good on the super speedways. The Fords are really fast. We've seen Chris Buescher and even Ryan Newman since going to Roush in the last couple of years. Run really good on the super speedways. So, you know, maybe Brad Keselowski could get that long-awaited Daytona 500 victory. You never know.
Careful, still there.
Outside of the super speedways, year 1 with Roush, I think he'll make the playoffs. I think he can do what Newman did and point his way in, like Newman did in 2019. But
still there.
man, I just
Top 3, use it if you need it.
they're not that great of equipment. They will get better overall. Chris Buescher is close to being a playoff driver, extremely close to. I think they could both be playoff drivers. I don't see Keselowski winning 1 or 2 races with Roush in any of the next 2 races. I'd be shocked if he won more than 2 races next year or the year after with Roush. By season 3, I might not be as shocked if we start to see not only Buescher as well, or however many cars they end up having 3 years down the road, but these first 2 years, I don't see him getting more than 2, especially with how he has performed this season, which is bad, which a lot of it, again, I think is Penske just, you know, knowing that he's not going to make the car next year, so there's more focus on 22 speed-wise. Keselowski has really been the 3rd Penske driver this season. His only one was on the super speedway. at Talladega on the last lap pass where he only led the final lap of the
Careful,
race.
still there.
But he's only got 7 top 10s this
You got
season,
room.
8 top
You're clear.
10s. I think he's got 8 now. Just still third in all defensive points.
All right, you're clear then.
I'm not expecting too much out of him for the next couple of years. I don't have high expectations, I guess. If they can point their way into the playoffs, I think that's pretty much all you're going to get out of Brad the next couple of seasons. He may sneak a win, you know, maybe 1 win here or there. That wouldn't surprise me. Even if it is not a super speedway, getting 1 win. Brad is a championship driver. He's still in the prime of his career in his mid-30s, so I don't see why he can't.
Still there.
Well, Roush said they already offered Newman a part-time deal, but Newman doesn't know what he's going to do next season entirely, so pretty much that tells me Brian Newman is waiting out to see if he gets any other full-time contracts from anybody else. That would be equivalent to a Roush car, if not better than a Roush car. If Brian Newman doesn't get that equipment-wise full-time next year, maybe he'll take the part-time deal. And I would have to assume the part-time deal would probably have to consist of short tracks. I doubt he's going to run super speedways after his accident 500 years ago. It's too risky. Something bad happened to him again. And I feel like he does like racing still. He wants to race. I think if he ran part-time on short tracks, definitely Dirt Bristol would be one of the races. Maybe races in Martinsville. Other dirt races if they have to do that.
Still there.
Couple intermediates maybe, like New Hampshire, Dover. I don't see him running any road courses either. If he has
room, you're clear.
gotta look at, and that's even if he takes a part-time deal. Maybe he's full-time or nothing. You know, that can be too. Battle for the lead going on right now. Schneider's finally caught race leader Alex Bowman. They split through the lap traffic 3 wide, putting Justin Healy in the middle. Pit car of Kevin Harvick on the bottom. Schneider took the lead, leading his first lap of the race with 33 laps to go in stage 1, 93 laps in to the Bristol night race.
All right, you're clear then.
Put Kevin Harvick a lap down in the process as well, so only 7 drivers are on the lead lap. Still caution free in this one.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
If Ryan Newman races full-time next year, obviously it's not going to be with Roush. The only way I see him running full-time, if I had to predict, would be JTG Doherty Racing if Ryan Preece leaves. Let's say Preece goes to Stuart Haas or jumps back down to Xfinity full-time. I could see Newman in the 37 car. I see Doherty re-signing with Stenhouse because Stenhouse has had a pretty good season. He's in the top 20 points. I think he's 19th right now. He might be 20th, but I mean, he's having a good season. He was in the playoffs for most of the year. JTG Doherty is really good. Up until like really the last 3 or 4 races, he was right there at the attention. Still pulling himself in. Until before Kurt Busch won at Atlanta.
Hold your line, got 1 inside.
Well, that's kind of my prediction. Much more time next year, probably JTG. And that's just my speculation. I have not heard rumors. I have not heard anything about it. So don't take my word. I don't want you guys going to the street.
Got a car coming inside.
I heard Ryan Newman's going to JTG Doherty. No, I'm not saying that. I don't have any, you know, I'm not in the NASCAR movie.
Got one peeking inside.
I just think it would be a good fit.
Careful, still there.
The stage race.
Inside.
And if you bring sponsorship, then also I feel like
Hold your line, got 1 inside. You got
especially if they
room,
do
you're
both
clear.
rights and house out. Or, you know, maybe they stick with Preece. Go with Stenhouse. As far as the Cup cars go, I feel like Stenhouse is really kind of big with Preece. Preece hasn't really shown much in the preseasons. With that same team tells me he deserves a 4th year. Sorry for any Ryan Preece fans out there.
Stay on the bottom.
I think he's a good driver. Don't get me wrong, I think he's a good driver. Maybe he just needs better equipment. But as far as ATP goes, I don't think he really needs another shot there. I think he's going to run Cup Series. Give him a 1 or 2 year contract with Split Haas Racing.
Still there?
If he doesn't perform, then that might be it for Cup Series rides for Lion Priest. I think he has to either make the jump up or he has to take a step back and try to regather himself and go for the Xfinity title. Build to a stock, I guess you could say.
Still there?
Build a stock for racing. The problem is with Ryan Priest too, he's in his late 20s. Like, he's not young. So for him to like be in his late 20s and not prove himself even with a smaller team, running top 20 points like his teammate is, it's just after 3 seasons too, it's like, man, how many more chances do you get?
You're clear.
You know, I think the Xfinity Series is a good ride for him. Maybe to the Championship 4. The Xfinity Series ride would be pretty good. Maybe he goes through Haas racing with the Xfinity
Stay high up there. You got it, Ruth. You're clear there.
Next one up this season, so that could be a good fit for him, I think. I think that'd be a really good fit for him. Being in the Cup Series for 3 years, it's just, do you bite the bullet? Do you take that thing?
Careful. Still there.
I guess.
Alright, you're clear there.
John Hunter Nemechek did it, but he's a much younger driver than Ryan. I mean, he's only like 5 years younger than Ryan. That makes a huge difference.
Top 3, use it if you need it.
Nemechek only had 1 year of public experience versus Priest now.
You got room. You're clear.
There have been a lot of drivers to go lap down in stage 1. We just saw Martin Truex Jr. moments ago go lap down. He is in 4th place right now. Schneider is looking really good. Can he go back-to-back for the first time in his Cup Series career? Get that 4th career win. Rookie season in the Xfinity Series, he had 4 victories. He had one
Careful.
final
Still
7.
there. Alright, clear outside.
Which we only have 7 races left. Let's see.
Stay high up here. Hold your line, got 1 inside. Alright, clear low.
The fact that this is the same chassis they used originally, so it's a little beat up. Taking great care of it so far tonight in stage 1.
Careful.
He has the potential to maybe lap the field before the end of this opening stage. Which I know it was going caution free in stage 1, but that just shows how good of a long run car he's got. This heavy lap traffic that was also kind of rolled up. Now it's going into Tyler Reddick. Got to almost make contact with Dylan Custer's on the inside 3 wide as well. Elliott goes 3 wide at the bottom. I might be ready to go for the 1 Schneider. 11 to go on the stage. He can be more patient with a 14.5-second lead. He looked like the Fort Bowman and Reddick will lap down 3 wide up high, keeps it off the wall again. The perfect ride so far in stage 1. He's got the potential to get his 6th stage win of the season. And it would be his 4th in the last 5 races.
Stay high. Alright, clear up.
Process as well, like Jones.
Alright, clear outside.
Like it would be 3 laps down there for turn 2 that time. I think Kurt Busch would go 2 laps down as well as Harvick. That could be big if we do get a lot of cautions later in the race as well. Schneider barely kept it off the one of Kurt Busch that time. There he goes for comfort.
Got a car coming inside
go
now.
up high instead of down to the bottom. Goes back out of the gas quite a bit back corner to get through.
Stay high.
Slowly getting away, 3 wide up high. Just cleared Kurt Busch. I thought Busch had a capability of tagging the left rear corner of Schneider's race car, but Schneider barely cleared him. Newton's about to go 2 laps down in 7. What an opening stage. Schneider was looking. left after pulling by.
Clear high, clear high. Outside,
Rack is now a lap down as well. So he is now
got
in the
room,
path
you're clear
position,
there.
no longer
Got one peeking inside.
Bowman's trying to get away before the end of the stage.
Stay on the bottom.
All the way up high. Big slide job on Kyle Busch. Trying to reel in the 88 of Bowman. Cuts down to the bottom right in front of the 99. He has to block him, as well has to get to the bottom underneath Christopher Bell. 3 laps to go in stage 1. Schneider drives it deep into turn 1 to the outside of Bowman. Bowman, will he clear? Not quite. This could be a big pass. Bowman would have to restart at the rear of the field. He does have to stay in front of Reddick still. 2 to go in stage 1, and Schneider has lapped the field. Chassis. Remember, he did finish 5th at Bristol earlier in the season. That was caught behind Keselowski. Final lap of stage 1. But Brad 2 laps down as well. You know how hard it is to come from 2 laps down. He's on the outside of him. Bowman might have a chance to get him in the final corner still. The Bell's in the way of Schneider. Barely keeps it off the wall. Pushes it on the outside of Bubba Wallace. Will he beat Keselowski to the line? Yes! Keselowski 2 laps down. And Keegan Schneider wins stage 1 at Bristol. That playoff point will carry over into the next round. And that is, again, his 6th stage win of the season. He is now 2nd in stage wins this season. 4 of them in the last 5 races. Perfect start to the night. Caution free as well from stage 1. And we'll be seeing some pit stops. Road. Now we'll repair the damage with it. Got a 1 lap advantage on the field. So gonna pause it here and get those stage points calculated, so that way we can update those point standings as we run. Bowman will restart at the rear. Indeed. Yep, Bowman has to restart at the back. Schneider will get to restart from the lead, even if he did have a extremely slow pit stop. Those are huge stage points, though, for Alex Bowman. Again, he came in 8 points below the cutoff line. Newman got 3 points there. Harvick got some points. He's already in the next round. Kurt Busch got 4 points. Gets him to 2070. Truex is in the next round with a win. Hamlin got 7 points. That gets him to 2102. And I believe that's it. So we're all caught up there. I won't update the standings on the right-hand side of the screen now, but I may update them before the final stage for you guys. That way we don't take too much time away. It will take me a couple minutes.
All right.
Had to take a
Smart out there.
big drink of water there. I didn't want the game to go to the restart on me. Green flag back in the air. Stage 2 underway. Schneider gets into Denny Hamlin on the restart. He tried to drive it in deep, really deep, to clear the 11 of Hamlin. He couldn't quite do it. That didn't pay off. Hamlin Reddick trying to get back on the lead lap. Keselowski gets under him, and now Schneider's just going to run the outside. Lost the track position. Didn't take it long. Hamlin had a great restart. Now they're 3 wide off the exit of turn 4.
Still there. Got a car coming inside now.
guys are going at it for the third position on the racetrack. Never know, the caution's going to come out. They're going to get their laps back here on Schneider as well. That could be big for them. Schneider led the final 34 laps of stage number 1. Leading to start this stage. No cautions for incident so far tonight in the Bristol night race.
Inside.
Good racing action though. Bristol always tends to bring.
Stay high, stay high. Wow, that
now, whether it's on the concrete or even the dirt.
Hold your line, got one inside. Looking inside now. Final clear.
Slowly getting
Hold
to
your
it.
line, got one inside.
It's got a lot of cars to pass though to get
Stay high
up to the 99 of Schneider.
Stay high, stay high.
No adjustment changes for Schneider either. I mean, that car obviously, by margin of victory in stage 1, pretty dominant in the long run. Given much of the touches.
Clear all around.
First two stages, each 125 laps. Therefore, the final stage 250, setting up those 500 laps under the lights at Bristol. He's changing the paint scheme up after the Darlington throwback races as well. We're 1 for 1. Maybe that's the difference in speed.
Looking inside now.
Also, the momentum speed boost we got before the Daytona race was awesome. We had back-to-back top 10s. That's why we got the momentum speed boost with a 6-nut walk at Dover.
You're clear there.
That carried into the second at Daytona, the second at Darlington, and now the win at Richmond. So as long as we keep finishing in the top 10, we're going to have that momentum speed boost until we don't finish in the top 10. The one tonight at Bristol, that will carry over into the next race at Las Vegas. How big of a race that's going to be, knowing that Talladega, Charlotte Roval will be the next 2 races after around 12. Bowman hasn't really closed in on Schneider a whole lot. He's still about 5.5 to 6 seconds off the race lead. Maybe as the traffic starts to spread apart a little bit though after this restart, he'll maybe close that gap. Right now it's not looking like it. The guy's really pulling for a caution right now. Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, even Mark Truex Jr. We have the free pass position in 5th right now. Punched them right back up with Schneider again. And the lap back we're down at the end of stage 1. It has to be the best car, speed-wise, as far as maybe not department-wise, but speed-wise, that this 99 team has brought to a race this season. They did lead over 100 laps at Dover and are up to a 3rd place finish there. But I think we can all agree that this is a much more dominant race car. He's already led over 50 laps in this race. We're not even halfway.
You're all clear on the bottom there.
We still got over 300 laps to go. pushed the wall a tiny bit down the back straightaway early into this run. Didn't hurt the car at all. He hasn't even touched the middle of these corners at all tonight. And that's with running 2 and 3 wide on the outside. And just running the outside pretty much all the way around this racetrack nearly every lap. Plus there's slower lap cars on by that he has to go low. Really the only time he does shoot from the inside. So he has a slide job and then just runs the high side up the exit.
Inside.
Drove it in so deep on entry to get around something. And was trying to get around him and get down back and go on 34.
Stay high, stay high.
Really strong short run car as well. DB Forever 85, welcome to the stream.
Careful, still there.
I thought that Haley was going to take the outside and went to the bottom. Haley stayed off of Schneider, but he was in the middle lane, kind of ran a lot tighter than I thought he was going to be. A lot of cars running the outside, not so much further ahead of the 99. Cole Custer gets into the back of the 20 of Eric Jones. Denny Hamlin's about to go a lap down again. Can't get around Ross Chastain up high right now. Schneider's going to take him 3 wide.
Hold that line.
You're into the middle. Oh man, that got tight. Hamlin does stay in front of him for the moment.
You're clear. Still there inside.
Zero cool what lane Clint Howell wanted to pick there. That really messed him up. We start to close again. It was 8.5 seconds, down to 6 now. Starting to hit a lot heavier lap traffic than what he was originally. Oh, we got a slow car on the racetrack. Somebody's blowing an engine. And we do stay green, 3 wide into the corner.
All right, he's waving you off in front. He's pitting this time.
And it would be David Reagan. Playoff drama for Reagan. Schneider all the way to the inside. Contact with Busch getting into turns 3 and 4.
Hold your line, got one inside.
And is able to get himself back to the outside. David Reagan makes his way to pit road.
Still there inside.
And that might be the end of the miracle season that has been for David Reagan. And his chances of advancing to the next round of the playoffs will be over. Now just leaving 3 more drivers to be eliminated.
Car outside, hold your line.
You stay green.
You're clear.
Still no caution for incident.
Careful, still there. Got a car high now.
He's trying to hold Schneider tight. He doesn't want to lose another lap.
You're clear all around
He is
there.
below the cutoff line, and a guy who is even below him and points Alex Bowman's out, pointing him too. Finishing second in stage 1 and running second currently. Reddick and Hamlin both went a lap down again after having to check up behind the slow car David Reagan, who's trying to make his way to pit road.
Careful, still there. Low clear.
Was down to 4 seconds again. Now it's back to 5 as it keeps fluctuating back and forth. As one driver gets through heavy lap traffic, they start to close in. When the next driver goes through heavy lap traffic, they start to pull away again. Schneider would love to just settle this between himself and Alex Bowman tonight, one-on-one, taking everybody else out of the equation with these longer green flag runs and being able to put these guys a lap down. Even if you come back to the lap home again, make this race as easy on yourself as you can.
Got room, you're clear there.
Harvick and Boyer might be going 3 laps down here.
Still there?
I guess Harvick's already coming laps in 14, Boyer's in 7. I thought Kevin was still in the top 10. He had a bad restart. He was in the top 10 at the end of stage
Careful,
1.
still there.
Schneider got into him a hair. Harvick gets a little sideways.
Clear down low. Car high, careful.
Contact with Harvick now. On the next straightaway, he goes almost around, slides for the second straight corner.
Still there.
Schneider trying to squeeze in between Joey Gase and Ricky Stenhouse. That got really tight. Schneider slides into the corner in front of the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse. That was a 51 on corner exit off turn 2, trying to give himself as much clearance and as much space as possible to make those passes. They're trying to back up.
Careful. Still there.
1 and 2 to get to the outside of Busch, and Kyle Busch gets really loose and had to let himself, let Schneider and Nemechek go.
Careful.
Get himself out of trouble. This comes in 38 points above the cutoff line coming into the race. Didn't score stage points in stage 1. We're just trying to survive. Running top 15 will do it for
You got it. You're clear there.
It should be. With running there, he needs to maintain and not lose too many more positions. Which also means, obviously, staying in the race. Just got through the heaviest lap traffic he's going to see for quite some time. He's really looking up in front of him again.
All right, you're clear there. Still there?
He's still hanging in there within 5 to 5.5 seconds. Slowly closing.
Clear all around there.
On those lap cars, at
All
least
right,
heavier
you're clear.
lap traffic. I guarantee Bowman's likely going to go lap down before the end of stage 2 at least. If this goes green all the way through stage 2, just like stage 1 did.
Stay low, stay low.
Guys like Truex, Hamlin, Keselowski, Reddick, have fast race cars as well. It's like the top 10. We're going to go 2 laps down.
Stay low.
With 2 laps down, it's so tough to come back from. We know
All right,
Boyer
you're clear.
7 is 2 laps. Truex is currently in the free pass line. He's shoving himself up the third, passing Hamlin and Keselowski in that heavier lap traffic. Keselowski just got around Hamlin in 4th place now as well, so they're just in front of him. Alternating through the different camera angles for the first time tonight over in stage 2. 68 laps to go. You can really see how blind these corners are with this in-car camera. What these drivers have to deal with. You cannot see the center of the corner here. If there is a spin less than 3 seconds ahead of you, or yeah, really within 3 seconds ahead of you, you cannot see it, and you're fully relying on your spotter to help guide you through the corners. And that's why we've seen some big pileups in the middle of the corner there at Bristol. Whose massive record they had there in 2020 spring race. There's an entrance to 23.
Careful. Still there.
Also in the Bristol dirt race, it will come along too. Same with
Careful. Still there.
flag.
Clear low, clear low.
This much banking in these sharper turns on the short track. Just roundabout got into the back of Eric Almirola.
Road clear.
Oh, Jimmy moved up the track, trying to move to the outside, and Schneider was already there with a head of steam. Got into the race leader, a little bit of damage now with the 99. Nothing too extreme, but it's knocked him into the wall. He's done a great job to not have a caution for incident up to this point. Jason Gaines, welcome to the stream. Right, he was about to go 4 laps there.
You got room. You're clear.
Dover's the only race we have led more than 100 laps in this season. Only race we did close to.
Still there?
Loose off the exit of turn 4. A little too deep in the center of the corner. There's Denny Hamlin in 5th place. In danger of going 2 laps down. Tyler Reddick in 6th as well. Couldn't quite pull Reddick off the exit of the corner. Really backed up 3 and 4. Gets to the inside. 3 wide into turn 1. Deep underneath Austin Dillon. Still underneath Reddick. Can't quite clear that turn 2. Drives it in extremely deep into 3 and 4. Here's Reddick with a slide job. Now trying to run down Hamlin again.
Careful. Still there. Careful. Still there.
A little bit of a checkup.
Got one down low now.
Schneider almost got into the back of Eric Jones and Quinn Houck moved in front of him. Now he got into the back of him getting into turn 1 there. Jones is a little sideways, barely keeps it off the wall.
Got one down
Oh,
low
Hamlin
now.
moves up into Schneider, getting into the corner. Go back to the normal camera for now.
Hold your line, man.
I don't know if Kenseth might have gotten into Hamlin and shoved him up into Schneider. That obviously hurt the 11 of Hamlin. That puts him 2 laps down in the 5th position.
All right. You're clear there. You got room. You're clear there. Looking inside now. Bottom clear. You're all clear up top. Careful. Still there. Bottom clear. Still there.
7.5 seconds again ahead of Alex Bowman. 52 laps to go in stage 2.
Stay high up here.
Left his car about as clean as he's going to get it
All right. You're clear there.
for a Bristol race. Still not quite halfway. We'll be exactly halfway at the end of stage 2.
Careful. Still there. All right. You're clear there.
Only driver out of the race is playoff driver David Reagan. He came into this race last in the playoff standings.
Careful. Still there.
At 20 points below the cutoff line, so this DNF got in the stage points at stage 1 either,
Stay low.
which
Stay low.
means he will only score 1 point for the finish of the race, has eliminated David
low.
Reagan from the playoffs. David Reagan fans out there, but he did finish ahead of a guy like Chase Elliott, William Byron
You got room.
in
You're clear
points.
there. Got a
Both
car
those two
coming
missed the
inside now.
playoffs. Elliott, of course,
You got
being the
room.
defending
You're clear.
champion. So still, not alone with that regular season finale win at Daytona for David Reagan. Prolonged his points racing maybe a few extra weeks. I think that's a win of itself. Finishing 16th in the standings in the front of the
Hold that line,
his
driver.
teammate in real life this season, Michael McDowell. Racing in the playoffs as well here. About another month and a half or so.
still there.
Brad Keselowski's about to go 2 laps down again. And he will in the 4th position. And it clears him into turn 1 on the high side. DRG, welcome to the stream. Why is Bristol so unbelievably easy in this? Hey, I'll take it. We don't get these runs too often in the career mode. You're doing the 500 lap race with the DNFs on in the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode race. It's not easy getting to the end of the race. By any means. You have to put on a dominating clinic so far. About a 14-second lead now on Alex Bowman. Trying to pick and choose the right lanes through the lap traffic. Truex is about to go 2 laps down the current place just now. We haven't had a caution for incident yet either. Schneider having just an unbelievably fast car, especially the longer run. It has helped him so much. Now falls down in front of it.
Still there? You're all
There's Truex. Oh, a little contact up there. There's Eric down the roll and Eric
Got a car
Jones.
coming inside now.
Oh, sorry, Justin Haley and Eric down the roll. Trying to make contact.
Car there on the inside.
Right in the back of Chastain. Chastain got sideways. Contact with Truex down
Got
low.
one peeking outside.
Keselowski is going to get one of his 2 laps back on the inside of the racetrack. They're trying to play it a little patiently here. Bowman's stuck on the outside with nowhere to go. The inside lane seems to be moving pretty well now. Keselowski going 3 wide, making passes, so is Truex. Really, Keselowski's following Truex. Schneider's going to put Alex Bowman a lap down there 4 wide. Into turn 1. Schneider on the apron, gets by everybody cleanly, almost making contact with Harvick. Oh, we've seen it all here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 4 wide going into turn 1 at Bristol. And they made it through the corner without any contact. Schneider's all the way down on the apron on the black of the racetrack down there, and he was just able to squeeze in, sliding up the track into the corner, and luckily he had everybody cleared. He puts Alex Bowman a lap down and keeping him a lap down in the process. Get back around Keselowski, he'll work on Truex and try to put him 2 laps down now as well.
Alright, clear low. Careful, still there. Clear all around there.
I think it somehow catch Bowman putting 2 laps down again, which I don't think it's going to be possible for 6 laps. I guess you never know.
Top 3, use it if you need it.
Looking at that now, Bowman and Schneider catch laps out. Obviously in heavy lap traffic now. Schneider was, but he took it 4 wide to get around those guys. It worked out for him. It was risky, but it worked out. He's stuck racing with those guys. So Schneider's going to be charging hard here to try and get the Bowman.
Careful, still there. Clear all around.
Black Ace, welcome to the stream. Most dominant we've been this season, indeed, by far. Race even really comes close to it. Dover's the only other race we had over 100 laps. We didn't even win that race. We finished in 3rd.
Stay on the bottom.
Let's see if we can still have to go on and win this race. We still have the second half of the race. It's going to be the first time in Schneider's career he could sweep the stages in the race.
On the bottom there.
We're winning stage 1 already. Again, we haven't had any cautions for incident tonight, so obviously that's playing into a big effect here for this 99 team having the long run speed. We'll always see caution after caution after caution in the front stage. Reddick's about 3 laps down at 6. About 2 laps down, he didn't really come back from. How about 3? So he clears him off turn 4 easily.
You got room.
He's only about a half a track behind Alex Bowman now. So putting him 2 laps down. No, we actually qualified 25th. Short run speed, we were like 15th to 20th for the most part. We were just slowly getting through the field. Again, Schneider didn't lead his first lap of the race until the lap of 92 coming into the line. Lap 93 was the first lap he has led, but he has not lost the lead since. He's led every lap in stage 2 so far. He led the last 34 laps of stage 1.
Road clear.
Barely keeping it off the wall in 3 and 4. He has pretty much left that car on the edge all night too.
Still there.
He feels comfortable with it. Feels comfortable. Like a driver's comfortability, especially if the race car is so fast.
All right, you're clear there.
You just got to put your hand in the driver's hands. That would be awesome if we could lead over 400 laps in this race. Especially in the career mode. Like, that's hard to do in any race. On legend difficulty, 105 AI difficulty in general, let alone in the career mode on the part that's not even maxed out. And using the same chassis we just used that which
Say hi up there.
our engine is only at an 84 tonight. Aero 83, 83 suspension.
Stand the bottom here. All right, clear outside. Say hi, say hi.
Line up high, firing like a Stenhouse.
Looking inside now. Clear low.
It's going to be close if he's going to be able to get the Bowman. Remember, when he put him 1 lap down at the end of stage 1, he didn't catch him.
Still there? Clear all around there. 20 more laps. No mistake here.
Catch him here. He's ramping down at a really fast
You're
pace,
clear all
but he's
around there.
catching him before. Really about 20, 25 laps.
Still there?
You got a guy like him 3 laps down. Reddick 3 laps down, 56.
All right, you're clear there. Still there. Clear high, clear high.
Much needed playoff points, so this could be big if he does not win at Vegas. And
Careful. Still
I
there.
don't know how Talladega is going to go. We know he doesn't have a road course chassis for the Roval. He finished 6th at Watkins Glen in the last road course race without a road course chassis. The Roval probably the toughest of the 3 road course races this
Looking
season.
inside now.
He did DNF at Sonoma earlier this
All
year.
right, you're clear.
Actually, the last DNF Schneider's had this season, probably. Reddick's about to go 4 laps down.
Careful.
He's
Still there.
actually back to 7th. Side just
Stay low.
Only Kurt Busch 7th, so Reddick just made the pass on Kurt Busch for position.
Still there.
Bowman actually caught back up to Schneider.
Clear high, clear high.
Oh, sorry, no. Schneider actually lapped Bowman already. I didn't even see that.
Still there.
I didn't even see him. I noticed he was really close behind us all of a sudden. I completely missed that. So I guess Schneider's left the field twice now. We still got 13 to go in stage 2. He's pretty much locked the stage 2 victory
Clear
up.
all around. Power is called a caution.
Caution for the first time today. 240 laps into this race, we finally get our first caution for incident. That will get one of Alex Bowman's 2 laps back. And everybody's gonna pit. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel. We're only going to have 7 laps to go in stage 2. Bowman will have to restart at the rear of the field. There's going to be no way Schneider's going to catch up to the lap traffic. If anything, some of these guys might be able to get around Schneider to get to 1 lap down, like Truex and Keselowski, who are 2 down.
Starter has the green flag in his hand. Ready?
Before the end of the stage. That would be big for them. Green flag is back in the air at Bristol. There it is, 7 to go on the stage. Schneider got a good launch on the restart, gets ahead of Keselowski. Can overdrive the corner like he did on Hamlin earlier. Schneider's going to try to hold these lanes about as good as he possibly can right now. Hamlin gets to his inside. Schneider will pick the high side. A little bit of contact with Denny getting into turn number 1. He's more focused on keeping Truex and Keselowski behind him. Everybody else he doesn't really care about as much.
5 to go, this time out.
Those guys 2 laps down.
Got 1 down low now.
So he almost went to the middle. And they're crowding Chase Elliott. He did not want Keselowski to get to the middle lane.
Hold your line, got 1 inside.
Left side of Mark Truex Jr. yet.
Hold your line, got 1 inside.
Here we go, stage 2. Brad's still right on the back bumper.
3 wide, keep pushing.
Schneider.
Alright, clear outside.
Schneider really got a little loose trying to keep the 95 pinned to the bottom. Boyer underneath Keselowski. Contact with Boyer off the exit of turn 2. Boyer gets sideways into the next corner. Oh, and he makes contact with the 2 of Keselowski. Schneider almost in the wall, and Brad gets through. 2 to go in stage.
Inside. Alright, let's go. White flag.
Bowman will get the... Oh, and Byron goes around. No, he saves it. 3 wide in contact with Truex and Wallace. Truex is coming through. Is he going to get his lap back? No, he will not. He's not too far behind on the restart. And Keegan Schneider will sweep the stages at Bristol. First time he has swept stages in his NASCAR Cup Series career. That is now his 7th stage win of the season. Make it 5 in the last 5 races. He has been on an absolute tear. Now Bowman, Keselowski's gonna pit. Bowman will get the free pass. Schneider's gonna pit as well. Knowing that Keselowski can't take the free pass while he is pitting. So Schneider will pit, he'll top off on fuel, 4 fresh tires. This will only give him 7 lap fresher tires than Bowman. But knowing Bowman will get the free pass anyway, it's kind of worth it for Schneider. Keegan's dominating like Kyle Larson.
Coming to the green, driver.
Pretty close.
Be ready here. Car
Green
outside.
flag back in the air.
You're all clear up top.
Launch for Schneider on the restart.
Car high, careful. All
He
right,
faced
you're clear then.
Keselowski, who stayed out. Sorry, he pitted. In the top 5 pitted. Bowman was the only one. It was probably Bowman that was taking the free pass.
Clear low. Car on the outside now.
Really trying to keep Brad letting down.
Hold your line, got 1 inside.
We'll let Denny go. He's more worried about Keselowski.
Clear low, bud.
Brad's going to get under him though. Off turn 4, a little bit of contact. Keselowski slides up the racetrack in front of Schneider. Checks them both up.
Car there on the inside.
Keselowski's clear.
Inside.
And Brad is in the
You
lead.
got room. You're clear.
Or sorry, Brad is
Inside
on
now.
the lead lap. Schneider's still out in front. And has been for quite some time. Bowman's only a little over 1 second off the race lead.
Outside.
Truex 2 laps down in fifth. Hamlin now 1 lap down in fourth.
Got one peeking outside.
Oh man, that was an aggressive move by Schneider. Great crossover to the bottom by Truex. He'll get one of his couple laps back. That caution right at the end of the stage really hurt Schneider, getting Bowman going from 2 laps down to 1 lap down as Truex just runs into the side of Corey LaJoie in turns 3 and 4. Aggressive bump and run move, maybe just overran the corner and got in there. Bowman caught in traffic now. He was closing in on Schneider, and now he's about 2.5 seconds behind him. 7-lap pressure tires will make a difference for the first 7 laps. That would be about it.
Car there on the inside.
So we're almost 300 laps on this race.
You're clear all around there. Inside. Clear all around there.
The only races we haven't seen a lot of caution at this season have been broken road courses. Indianapolis.
Got a car low now.
Other than that, every race has seemingly had like 6, 7, 8 cautions, if not more, for incident. Not even counting the stage race. These first couple playoff races have been in double digits. We got 11 at Richmond and 17 at Darlington. 4 of them in the last 70 laps at Richmond. Could happen again here. And possibly Benedetto a shot to win his first career race last night. You never know. Schneider dominating this one.
Careful, still there.
Benedetto led 193 or 400 laps last night at Richmond. But Schneider's probably already led 193 laps in this race alone. And when he led all 125 laps in stage 2, won the final 34 laps in stage 1, and now he's led the first 16 laps of stage 3. I guess it's a little shy of 193 so far. Pretty close though. We still got 234 more to go. We might triple our laps led total that we've had on the season in this race alone today.
Still there. Careful, still there. Careful, still there.
Schneider had 195 laps led on the season as a whole. He led just over 100 at
Careful,
Dover
still there.
a few races ago. Obviously, he's over the 200 and now over the 300 lap mark.
Still there.
Laps led this season. Starting to get through that lap traffic a little bit better. Those tires have evened out between the 88 and the 99. We could have a good battle for the lead.
Got really good clear there.
Really since midway through stage 1.
All right, clear low.
We catch back up to Keselowski gets up to the Brad is closing in. Also, he's got a really quick car and has turned it on. What adjustments have they made during those last 2 pit stops recently? He's only 7.5 seconds off the race lead. He's got a lot more lap cars to get around than what Alex Bowman is. Pull back again, 2.5 seconds back. If we can get through that lap traffic, we might make a run at the time. Brad doesn't catch it first. That Keselowski has made it within 7 seconds. Less than 7 seconds off the race lead after literally restarting behind Schneider, at least on the outside, stuck behind him for about a lap on the restart, got around him, and was already over half the racetrack on him this early into the stage. It's just so impressive.
Careful, still there. Stay high up here. All right, you're clear
Dark Crypto, you said something about Kyle dominating a race like Kyle Larson as far as like laps led. Well, watch us not win the race like Larson did so many times this season when leading a bunch of laps. That'd be our luck. Pull like an Atlanta or a Kansas race where he led like well over 100. Had it anyway, 200 laps and still didn't win. Overy led over 200 laps and didn't win too. Not one, but two more players back in the playing field. Not only Alex Bowman, now Brad Keselowski. Even Denny Hamlin, if the caution comes out, Hamlin would be in a pretty fast position right now.
Still there.
Bowman and Keselowski get the restart right with you.
You got room. You're clear.
Especially too many untimely cautions late in the race. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what cost me the Benedetto last night. We did not have a race-winning car. We had a top 10 car. We did not have a race-winning car. We were in the top 10 most of the night, but we didn't lead until those final 7 laps of the race. Those last 7 laps were the only 7 laps we led the entire race. It took us that long to get around to Benedetto on not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 cautions in the final 70 laps of the race. Benedetto held on to the lead every time, and even on that last restart, he held on for about 3 or 4 laps.
Still there.
12 to go, or 5 laps, I guess, but 12 to go to 7 to
Careful.
go.
Still there.
So back on Truex, trying to put in 2 laps down again.
Stay on the bottom.
I don't think Truex needs any more lap. He's got 3 wins, 10 stage wins.
Got one up top.
That's 25 playoff points, plus he finished second in the regular season standings, so he's got 34 playoff points to his credit. So Schneider sweeping both stages tonight and having a win at Richmond last night. And I guess he's starting to rack up playoff points too. He's got 3 wins on the season. He's tied for the second most wins this season. The most is Joe
Got a car coming inside.
Logano's in danger of missing this next round of the playoffs anyway with the DNF that he had at Darlington and Richmond. And he's been pretty much outside the top 15 all day long here at Bristol. Oh my goodness, Schneider got a little loose off turn 2. 3 wide with a couple cars underneath him of Austin Dillon and Timmy Hill, but he
Careful, still there.
back up to about a 5-second lead on Bowman, and 11.5 seconds on third place Brad Keselowski. Bowman really struggled in lap traffic here, allowing Schneider to get back winning because he wasn't within 1 second of lead at 1 point after the restart. And Schneider has led every lap since lap 92 in this race. He led at lap 289, so he's almost led for 200 laps consecutively. Just a few more laps, he will get 200 laps left in this race all consecutively.
Careful, still there.
Yeah, it's still a long ways to go. We have just over 200 laps left. No, 200 laps at Bristol.
All right, you're clear.
A long time. I'm talking barely over an hour of lapse time. This will probably get over right around 7 o'clock, probably just after 2. As long as we don't get too many cautions. This has been a quick race so far. When this race started, probably 7:30, just after 7:30. We've only had 1 caution per incident, so it is flying by. It's got 300 laps left. Keselowski caught in this heavy lap traffic, so was Denny Hamlin. Reddick actually made a pass on Truex for a bit. Slides up in front of Bristol.
Clear outside.
Good pass on Bell. Sees Keselowski up there.
Careful, still there.
Schneider up high, no surprise. Keeping it off the wall again. He's just
Careful,
so
still
consistent with his marks. And Brad both drove it in deep into turns 3 and 4. Keselowski down low, Schneider up high.
Still there.
Brad a lap down. And just squeezes to the outside of Kenzie Johnson underneath him. Keselowski splits it 3 wide. Now he's trying to keep up with the 99. Eric Jones is there now. Schneider to the middle. 3 wide. Oh, man. Barely kept it off of Eric Jones.
Looking inside now.
And now there's Kenseth underneath him, and Keselowski gets back around Schneider.
Hold your line. Got one inside.
He's getting into 3. Jammed the brakes a little too heavily that time. Brad's hanging on. Well, Keselowski's a desperate need of caution right now.
Careful. Still there. Still there inside.
How Schneider isn't even making contact with the wall or any of these drivers. Focus is on. Brad gets a little loose as Kenseth got to his inside. Brad pulls up in front of Schneider down the front straightaway. Schneider to his outside now into turn 1. Trying to trap him. With Priest in front now in the middle. Priest got out of the gas. It held up Keselowski.
Careful.
Schneider gets back around him. And now we get a caution right after Keselowski goes a lap down. That could have been worst timing caution for Brad Keselowski. If that caution came out a half a lap sooner, he'd be right up there with Bowman and Schneider on this next restart, but instead, he is not. It will be Schneider and Bowman on the front row. No adjustments, full tank of fuel, and well, topping off on fuel and 4 fresh tires. Just the 3rd pit stops of the night. 4th, I guess, technically, for us. Second caution for incident. Well, this is going to get interesting here between Bowman and Schneider. Now they're finally right with each other on a restart. Bowman back in it, green flag back in the air. Schneider did win the race off pit road. Pretty decent launch by Alex Bowman initially. Schneider gets in front of him on the restart. That advantage on the inside lane really helped him. He is not worried about blocking the inside right now. He is worried about blocking Bowman on the outside. Hamlin and Elliott get underneath. Chase Elliott with a great rally back to 5th place now. Back on the lead lap.
Got one peeking inside.
We're trying to keep this consecutive laps lead mark alive.
Got a car coming inside now.
Under 200 laps to go now in Bristol.
Got a car low now.
Not sure how much longer he's going to hang on. I'm sure Bowman would like to get to the inside. These guys are training not only Schneider, but they're training Bowman as well.
Inside.
Now Bowman gets to the inside. Thought about it at least, but Suarez beat him to the bottom lane getting into turn 3.
Got a car coming inside now.
Oh, Jones slides up the track, holds up Custer and Schneider.
Got a car low now.
Reddick to the inside of Bowman.
Car there on the inside.
He's holding his lane.
Inside.
Little Reddick moved up the track a little bit. Bowman goes 3 wide to the inside, and Bowman gets to the lead. Took the dive underneath Reddick, and for the first time since lap 92, Schneider is not leading in this race. Contact with Kyle Busch off turn 2. Busch slides up the track. Schneider checked up again, and Bowman's getting away. All it took was 2 cautions per incident, and Bowman is back in the lead.
Stay high up here.
We are still 1 pit stop away from the finish of tonight's race as well. These guys cannot make it on fuel to the end of this one. Probably going to be anywhere between 15 and 20 laps short. Schneider led over 220 laps consecutively before losing the lead.
Careful. Still there.
Comes out to about a 2-second lead. He held on for quite a bit on that restart, though, 10-15 laps. This caution's going to be worse race. We've had worse cautions. We've lost races on very late in the race before.
Careful. Still there.
This isn't over yet. We could end up getting close later. See, Bowman could run down.
Careful. Still there.
Almost Hunter, welcome to the stream.
Hold your line, stay high. Hold your line, stay high. Still there? Got a car coming inside now.
Push. I thought he was going to get into the left rear, Schneider. He definitely aggressively side drafted him.
Inside.
I just realized I did not get the stage points.
Inside.
Gathered enough. If we get another caution,
Got one inside.
I'll go back and get those stage points from the end of
All right,
stage 2.
you're clear.
Oh, wow, Kurt Busch got into
Down
Austin
the
Dillon
inside.
and Benedetto drives around both of
Got
them.
room, you're clear there.
It's 4.5 seconds ahead of Schneider already.
Inside.
Kozlowski's only 4.5 behind Schneider. Second.
Got one peeking inside. You got room, you're clear there. Car on the outside now. All right, you're clear there. Inside. All right, you're clear. Hold your line, got one inside.
So that's Austin Dillon on the exit turn 4 trying to hang on him.
Got one down low now.
Contact with Dillon. Way up the racetrack, Bubba Wallace down low, 3 wide. Going back out of the gas to let Wallace and Schneider go.
Got one down low now.
Can't quite pull Wallace off turn 2, get close.
Stay high, stay
One
high.
off banking, which is really helpful on our exit west pass on the inside. He's driving for quite some time right now. He's getting a pass. It's clear again off the exit of turn 2. Timothy Dozier, welcome to the street. So again, currently Bowman leads. He came into the race 8 points below the cutoff line. This is the final race of the round of 16. The NASCAR Cup Series playoffs and the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode. Schneider in second with Keselowski in third, Hamlin fourth, Chase Elliott rounds out the top 5. Elliott the only non-playoff driver inside the top 5. Keselowski came in 58 points to the good. He scored enough stage points tonight. He is for sure locked into the next round of the playoffs. Kevin Harvick clinched on points before this race even started and moved into the next round of the playoffs. Keegan Schneider and Martin Truex Jr. advanced on wins in the first 2 playoff races, with Schneider winning the last race at Richmond. And then at Darlington, Southern 500, Martin Truex Jr. his third time this season. It's now 3 drivers for 3 wins of the season. 4 drivers now. 4 drivers. Laps complete. Schneider's led just over 200 of them. Won each of the first 2 stages as well. Bowman has pulled out some probably his biggest lead of the race, up to 7.5 seconds now. Continuing to pull away. 5 laps into this flag run.
Still there. All right, you're clear. Car high, careful there.
And almost got into
All right,
Busch.
you're clear there.
He had a chance to clear him in the center of the corner. He didn't move up. TJS Vlogs 1123, welcome to the stream.
Stay on the bottom here.
7 seconds again. Schmidt's trying to close.
All clear.
Really determined on lap traffic at this point. Couldn't catch the cars versus the other driver trying to battle. Catches their lap traffic. This win, I believe, would knock Eric Almirola out of the playoffs for Alex Bowman, considering that Almirola's been outside the top 20 the whole race.
Careful, still there.
3 points above the cutoff line. Which actually would put Jones in points, but again, with Bowman winning, he's behind.
Stay low. All right, you're clear there.
Jones. Then you would have to look at the next driver up in points, which would be Clint Boyer for Eric Jones to outpoint. He would have to outpoint Clint Boyer by 14. Boyer has been in the back half of the top 10 for the tail plate. Doubt that that's going to be.
Still there.
You know David Reagan's out of the race.
Now.
He came in last in the points for this.
All right, you're clear.
Playoff driver. So his season's coming to an end. It's hard to tell who the other driver is at the end of this one. Let me check on this stage 2 race. If we do get another caution before the end of this race, I'll make sure I check. As well as go back there and make sure.
Careful, still there. You're all clear up top.
Stage 2, so that way we know when the stream ends tonight, only 12 drivers are going to be in the next round of the playoffs. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content on the channel. NASCAR's on the 2-week break, so definitely a lot of video gaming streams. We have a lot on the channel with this realistic broadcast, building up maybe my very, very small resume right now with just CT10. We're trying to
Got
get
one outside now.
broadcast commentary.
All right, you're clear.
Like, share, every subscription is one way. You guys supported me so much already. I say it a lot. I really do mean it. We're getting really, really close to 1,000 subs on this, so I agree. Pretty wide off the exit of the corner. Maybe a little contact up there.
Careful, go there.
Custer in the middle, Eric Almirola up high, Hamlin's right in front of Schneider.
Still there.
Got into the back at the off the exit of the corner, getting a little bit of damage there. Now Hamlin's like, okay, I gotta go. I can't lose this lap again.
Careful, go there.
Got in the back of Suarez. That checked Hamlin up more than it helped him. Didn't really move the 96 out of the way enough. I think Schneider's got it.
Hold your line. Stay
Now
high.
he drives to the outside of Truex all of a sudden as well, and Truex is going to lose a lap, and he's going to go 2 laps down now. Hamlin goes 1 lap down, so he's
Looking
in the
inside
fast
now.
position just for having Chase Elliott before.
Inside.
Here comes Colts 3 wide on the outside of Kyle Busch. Buster has to let him go. Schneider into the wall, 4 wide. Still 4 wide. He's in the wall.
Still there, inside. Road clear.
That really was a big jam session. Second time we've seen 4 wide at Bristol tonight. At that time it
Hold
didn't
your
work.
line. Stay high.
I don't know how Almirola didn't get just T-boned into the outside wall, causing a caution there. Hopefully it's not too much damage on the 99, but actually picked up a little bit more on the right front of the race car and the left front with Almirola being right there making contact with Juan Truex and Hamlin to get back around Schneider, which I guess Schneider not leading. I guess Hamlin would be a lap down anyway. So tight. Bowman's a race leader. Bowman's got a 12-second lead now. Schneider's struggling in lap traffic as he puts the bumper to Hamlin again. Truex takes his line away. Schneider goes for a spin. Around he goes. Almirola barely misses him. Jones to the inside, making a little bit of contact. No caution. We stay green.
Inside.
Schneider overdrove the corner.
You got room. You're clear.
Bowman is now in that thick and heavy lap traffic. Keselowski's only a second and a half behind Schneider for second. How banged up is this 99 car?
Still there.
You drive back away and maybe try to reel Bowman back in.
Car there on the outside. You got room. You're clear there.
only had 2 cautions per incident tonight. And here comes Bowman. He got through that heavy lap traffic about as quick as he possibly could. 151 laps to go here tonight at Bristol. And he's trying to put Schneider in the same situation that Bowman's been in most of the race, and that is a lap down.
Still there. You've got room. You're clear there.
He's going to have to fight hard. Not to him yet, but he is closing. So it's 5 seconds or less of damage. Schneider won't be able to repair it. We're going to give another caution so we can. We know these guys did not make enough fuel to the end of the race. So we are going to have one more pit stop. We're scheduled to only have one in the final stage of the early stage caution. That was great. Thanks for that comment, by the way, Tim. Appreciate it, man.
Careful, still there.
Slowly getting away from Bowman to Hill. Almost got into him off the extra 2. Maybe not realizing that was on his outside. Right there, corner people. Bowman trying to lock himself into the next round of the playoffs. He's one of the few winless drivers that made the playoffs this season. There are only 4 drivers who qualified themselves on points. We've had 13 different winners so far this season, with Chad Fincham missing the playoffs despite getting the win at Talladega earlier this season because he was not in the top 30 points.
Still there. Clear all around. Still there. Bottom's clear. Car there on the inside. Clear down low. Slow's clear.
He's pulling away from Bowman right now, so the pressure of him going a lap down is taken away.
He got room.
Not make a mistake like he did a little bit ago. Got lucky that everybody missed him too on the start.
All right, you're clear there.
Not really giving him any damage there. Damage came full wide on the outside. Squeezed into the wall by Eric Almirola. Almirola does not want Alex Bowman to win this race. He will not make it to the next round of the playoffs running where he is right now, if that happens. And honestly, even if it doesn't happen, Bowman finishing second in each of the first 2 stages, scored him 18 stage points. He only had to outscore
Careful, still there.
Almirola by 11 points anyway, so he already outscored him 16 points. I guess Bowman doesn't even have to win this race.
All clear.
We're
Got a car low
right
now.
now to do it.
You're clear all around.
But obviously the win again would be his first of the season, so that'd be some much needed playoff points. That'd be 5 more playoff points going.
Hold your line, stay high.
Made some runs to the round of 8 in the playoffs last 2 seasons. The NASCAR Cup
You got
Series.
room. You're clear.
Here on this NASCAR Heat Cup.
You're all clear on the top.
Might not even really have to look at the stage 2 points. I'm just looking at where everybody's running right now.
Careful, still there.
I don't see how
You got room. You're clear.
anybody else above the cutoff line can fall out other than Almirola. Like, Lenny's not having a good day by any means, but he's got a lot bigger cushion than what Almirola did. Almirola
Careful, still there. You
3
got room.
points to the
You're clear.
into this race. Ryan Blaney came into this race 24 points. Almirola's only outrunning Blaney by about 4 or 5 positions last we saw anyways. I wouldn't even be enough because Blaney is
Stay high, stay high.
Blaney really can only lose a couple more positions as he's running that
Careful,
bad.
still there.
There's Almirola 28, so I don't even think Blaney's behind him anymore either.
All right, you're clear.
Almirola must have picked up a decent amount of damage, I guess. It doesn't looked like he did after making the contact with 99 earlier.
Still there? Stay on the bottom here. Careful, still there.
Put Mark Church Jr. 3 laps down. Oh, push! Moved up just a hair. I don't think he was expecting Schneider to go up the middle though either.
Outside, outside.
Newman's going to try to go up the middle. That doesn't work for him. At least with no contact. Not yet, at least.
Careful, still there. Still there.
Lap traffic coming up very soon.
Still there.
Schneider again.
All right, you're clear.
Had to deal with it quite a bit already in this final stage.
Stay high up here.
It's 3 by 3 at Bristol.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Schneider gonna go 4 wide again. No, he's gonna back out. Well, he tried to back out on the gas, and Kenton checked up too. They still made contact with at least both cars, kept it off the outside wall. Truex shot the gap.
Careful, still there.
Back around. Another chance.
Looking inside now.
It's not Keselowski. That got caught behind the 62 and Brendan Gaughan. Schneider brushed the wall. That's probably the first time all night he's gotten into the wall himself.
Still there.
Middle of the corner, he's been on the outside.
Got a car coming inside now.
90% of the laps run. Now he gets into the wall again off turn 4.
Looking inside now.
Tires, he's got a little bit of damage he didn't have earlier. Contact with Truex now.
Inside.
Things are definitely bottlenecking all of a sudden.
Stay high, stay high. Hold your line, got one inside. Stay high up here. You got room,
Schneider
you're
gets
clear.
through it. Only 2 drivers on the lead lap are Alex Bowman and Keegan Schneider. First and second, once again, it's Bowman in the lead. Schneider dominated the race. Now Bowman is really taking over as far as the domination goes in the final stage.
Careful, still there. Clear down low. Clear down low.
Caught that heavy lap traffic. Now Schneider started to cut into that deficit. Back down to 10.5 seconds off the lead, and he is holding quick.
Still there. All right, you're clear then. Clear high, bud. Careful, still there.
Schneider's closing in extremely fast. It's down to 7.5 seconds now between first and second place.
Stay high, stay high. All right, you're clear. Hold your line, got one inside. Clear low, clear low.
You guys hear that rattle, by the way, it's my favorite. Pretty hot day. Northwest Ohio. Heating it up right before I started the stream. I'm tuning it out myself at least. I'm sure you guys have probably heard it on the mics. Sorry if that doesn't annoy anybody. I just kind of recognized over the last few laps it's got loose.
Careful, still there. Clear high, bud. Stay high up here. You got room, you're clear there.
Down to 3.5 seconds. The Bowman has gotten most of the way through that heavy lap trap. Still hasn't quite gotten to it yet. Likely going to try to go 3 wide to the outside when he gets there.
Alright, you're clear.
To get around this bush. Trying to get a little loose off turn 2 there. Stay in the gas though. He's digging. And he's actually going to cut to the bottom here. Hamlin goes on the outside. Made a little contact with Bubba Wallace. Now Schneider moves up high. Maybe a little contact with Priest. Jammed up on the outside. There goes Schneider 3 wide. Really opened up off the exit of the corner as he cleared off the Dillon and Denny Hamlin. Now Logano kind of moves up. Taking the line away a little bit. Bowman does hold on to the lead, but it's less than a half a second. Bowman's actually on the inside lane right now. Schneider moves to the middle off the exit of turn 4. He gets loose. Contact with the 96 of Suarez. They're in the inside wall. Back to the outside. More contact with Bubba Wallace, and we do stay green. How did they not just cause a huge pileup? Schneider's loose again off turn 2 and saves the race car. Bowman holds on to the lead. More damage on the 99. Bad idea going to the middle. Too early for that desperation move with just over 100 laps to go. Gotta assume the restless is kicking in. Restlessness is kicking in. Now that we're 400 laps into a race.
Inside.
Into the wall. Drove turn 3. Hasn't done that all day until this final stage. Contact with Elliott. He is hooked. He's hooked on Elliott.
Car there on the inside.
Chase goes up the track. Contact there. Logano gets a little bit of a piece of it. Schneider got ran into from Byron from behind as well. And again, we stay green at Bristol. Schneider's got to be careful he doesn't get more than 5 seconds of damage. He won't be able to repair
Hold
it.
your line, stay high.
During that final pit stop of the night, you know we are still 1 pit stop out from the finish. Looks to get to the outside. Starting to struggle with the handle in that race car for the first time tonight, but he'll finally get around Alex Bowman.
Hold your line, got 1 inside.
Outside of Johnson, Truex still down low.
Stay high up here. Low clear. Alright, you're clear there.
Take a deep breath, everybody. Chad Schneider made it through, and he's back in the lead. 104 to go. Been about 80 laps since leading, and Bowman took the lead away from him, but he is struggling with the handling of his race car. He's got some damage now. Bowman's still stuck in that heavy lap traffic. That really allowed Schneider to close, actually pretty quickly, all things considered, to get back to the race lead. Have to be smarter in the playoffs. Well, at least we're in the next round already.
Stay high up here.
The 3 wide move up the middle was my fault, but then getting tagged when Elliott got into our left rear, that was just the wrong place at the wrong time. Been running 3 wide on the outside all night, and that time
Stay high up here.
So Elliott
Bottom
made it.
clear.
Couldn't get off.
You're all clear up top there.
We're over halfway through the tire limits. There's to go about another 82 laps on the field. They are, again, short.
Careful, still there.
We'll have to hit one more time.
All right, you're clear.
400 laps complete, 100 laps to go here tonight at Bristol. It is a two-man duel between Keegan Schneider and Alex Bowman.
Still there.
Bowman came in 8 points below the cutoff line with the 18 stage points he has scored. And the guy he had to beat, two guys at least, but Eric Jones and Eric Almirola have been pretty much outside the top 20 all night long. No stage points for either one of those two. Bowman is almost a for sure lock to making it into the playoffs, assuming he at least finishes this race, even in second. But he and Schneider both looking for more playoff points to carry into the next round. Keselowski, he's already clinched on points in the middle of this race.
Still there.
He's 58 points to the good coming in.
Clear eye, bud.
He's the only team to score 2 stage points.
All right, you're clear.
Not sure how many he scored in stage number 1, but he would have finished third at the end of stage 2.
Stay on the bottom.
On that 8 points right there, so he would have blocked himself.
You got room. You're clear.
You look down at Denny Hamlin, but he was pretty confident about the cutoff 1 and 2. Yeah, he was 52 points to the good, so really isn't anybody in the playoffs that can win that isn't already well above the cutoff line that would upset the field right now. Other than Bowman. Bowman has enough stage points today. And again, the guys he had to beat are running really badly outside the top 20. All day again, Jones not rolling. He's just needing to get to the end of this race. Honestly, Hamlin, Keselowski can DNF. They probably still make it at this point. Chase Elliott, not in the playoffs, despite being one team really getting that. We have to get points ourselves above the crashes and glitches we had and not saving.
You're all clear up top there.
And this isn't the first season. They've had to do that with the custom schedule. They've had to do that with nearly everything. NASCAR Heat 5. I don't think we've had a single season.
Stay low. All right, you're clear. Clear all around there.
I swear if the next NASCAR game has that issue again,
Careful, still there.
I might not play it. I might not play it.
Stay on the bottom here.
We've been dealing with this for over a year now. It got old quick.
Outside, outside.
Donovan tries to go up the middle 3 wide. He wants to get away from him. It's underneath bottom corner. 12.5 seconds on Alex Bowman. If he can put him a lap down again, Bowman's still in that heavy lap traffic we saw him in earlier. 90 laps to go.
Looking inside now. Bottom's clear.
Wide underneath Dillon and Bell. He got loose up the track into Bell. Into Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch got into the wall hard. That's going to bring out a caution. Kurt Busch took a pretty hard lick into the wall, and that's our 3rd caution of the race. Schneider overcorrected the slide right into him. And all of a sudden, Bowman is back in it just like that. Free pass to Brad Keselowski. He's back on the lead lap as well. But he'll have to restart at the rear of the field. And 5 seconds of damage, just repairable under the 5-second damage clock. Kurt Busch getting into the wall hard after getting ricocheted by Schneider. Correct the car 3 wide after getting loose. Only our 3rd caution of the night for incident, over 400 laps into the Bristol night race.
Coming to the green, driver.
Green flag back in the air again. Schneider actually won the race on pit road despite having 5 seconds of damage to repair. Kind of surprised about it. He does be able to restart to get ahead of Alex Bowman. He's had a really good short run car. It's taken 93 laps and about the upper 80 lap echelon to get to the lead on Bowman on these. After these restarts, we have 85 to go right now, so if it stays straight to the end of the race, this is really going to be a close one.
Looking inside now.
He needs to keep Bowman behind him as long as he can right now.
Hold your line. Got
One moment he's doing so on the outside. He was able to hold on for about 15 to 20 laps the last time before losing the lead. Just gets so far out ahead of him on the short runs.
All right, you're clear. Looking
The
inside
best short
now.
run car of Alex Bowman, the best long one car, Schneider.
Got one peeking
Duking
inside.
it out for the win. Yeah, every long run is a short one. So what can Bowman do? And right now he's stuck on the high side. It's fine with being on
Hold
the
your
high
line, got
side.
one inside. All right, you're clear there. Still there inside. Car high, careful.
Bowman goes up high. Schneider blocks the inside, makes sure Bowman doesn't get around him.
Still there inside. You got room, you're clear. Hold your line, got one inside. All clear.
Ready to go.
Got one peeking inside. You got
Scotty was
room,
able
you're
to
clear
repair
there.
that damage. That caution came out at the time of being not that caution. To get Bowman back into this race. He was not far behind him from putting the lap down again and making him restart into the rear field if we were going to get a caution a little bit later in the race.
Careful, still there.
Just like the last restart, Schneider's holding on for now.
Careful, still there.
Just passed even with Eric Almirola tucked underneath him. Can't make a mistake. Bowman's going to be right there to pounce.
You're clear on
Likely
that.
pull away if he does.
Got one
Way up
peeking
the racetrack.
inside.
Bowman went really high too, though.
Inside.
Almirola cannot clear Schneider. Now he'll clear him off turn 2. Oh, we'll contact with Wallace and Schneider. That also helped Almirola.
Hold your line, got one inside. Inside. Inside, inside. Got a Carlo now.
Thought about going 3 wide up the middle. Could be getting a little restless.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Keselowski's within a second of the race lead now. How awesome is that for him?
Still there.
And how quickly he came from the back of the field towards the front. Schneider got loose into the corner.
Careful, still there.
He
Inside,
kept it off Bubba Wallace, who was underneath him. Wallace kind of missed the corner, slides up the track, almost got into Schneider. But Schneider clears him off the exit of turn 4 and gets back to the outside of Almirola again.
Still there, inside.
For a brief moment, at least.
Stay high, stay high.
Keselowski's on the inside lane. He's about 4 cars behind Wallace. Inside lane not really going anywhere.
Still
Wallace and
there,
Almirola
inside.
down low. Almirola doesn't take Schneider's line on the outside.
Inside.
Again gets to his outside. Robbie, welcome to the stream. Now still more welcome to the stream as well.
Still there. Got one peeking inside. Stay high, stay high. You're all clear on the bottom there.
I won't go out of my way to add anybody on PS4, but you can just search me up and add me on there. If you send a friend request, I'll accept it when I see it. Don't expect to have me play offline. I'm already busy enough as it is. Full time Bowman got through the lap traffic, so did Schneider. Keselowski's still caught in it right now. He's starting to slip behind the top 2. Schneider's just trying to mimic what the 88 of Bowman is doing. Schneider went to the bottom to kind of protect there. Bowman gets to run off the high side. Schneider is giving up the outside to run the bottom of the racetrack. really done that all night. Maybe running differently might be the key. Bowman's getting a run. If he can get underneath Schneider getting into a corner, getting the run off the high side, that's going to work out for him. Schneider has led every lap on the restart so far, though. He's done just an absolutely phenomenal job. Battle to the finish.
Car outside, hold the line. You're all clear up top.
Staying consistent with that middle to upper groove. Schneider again down low. Bowman get restless and maybe use the bumper after a little bit here. Really trying to take his line away if he is going to try to get to the bottom. These guys are about to catch more lap traffic, though. That's going to start to make them maybe switch the lines a little bit more often. He has to come off the bottom. Justin Healy's
Stay
there.
high up there.
Lost Chastain there as well. Schneider goes 3 wide to the top. On Haley and Chastain barely gets away. And Bowman gets stuck behind Chastain, buying Schneider a little bit more time. Now he gets around Timmy Hill. Bowman thought about going 3 wide up the middle. 58 to go. Alternate through the different camera angles. One final time in tonight's race. Will this be the final green flag run to the finish? So far, Schneider has held on. But every lap since the restart. Restarted with about 90 laps to go. Trying to win back-to-back races for the first time in his NASCAR Cup Series career. Both in the round of 16 in the playoffs for the rookie. Going for his 4th career win total here tonight as well. Some might consider the Bristol night race to be a crown jewel for him. He's already won 2 crown jewels this year. Last lap passed to win the Coach 600. And a pass on the lap and a half to go to win biggest race of the year in his NASCAR Cup Series debut as well in the Daytona 500. Just 2 seconds ahead of Alex Bowman. Getting through the lap traffic a lot better than him. Did a great job holding on to the restart. Best short run he has had by far all night long. Hasn't made a mistake at least in this one.
Careful, Mark. Still there. Stay low. Car high. Careful.
Stuck on the outside, so you're stuck down low. Pinch him in his way. Trying to get underneath him, he just can't quite do it. Does it in deep at 1. Slides getting into the corner, just gets underneath. Can't quite clear, pinch him off the exit of the corner. Denny Hamlin trying to get one of his 2 laps back.
Got one inside. You got room. You're clear.
Pretty much came out of nowhere. Alex Bowman starting to close again.
Got a car low now.
Anyone down low. Back underneath Schneider. Schneider gonna battle him pretty hard though. Still gotta get around Reddick with a free pass. Schneider gets around Hamlin, contact with Denny Hamlin. And Hamlin gets sideways into the corner. Schneider gets into the wall, trying to miss him. Schneider into the wall off 4 after the contact to the corner before with Denny Hamlin. Damage to the right front. still caught in lap traffic. Keselowski within a second of second place now. Schneider still pulling away with the damage, but his car is way out of shape. Now he makes contact with Benedetto. And Benedetto gets sideways. In the middle of the corner, Schneider has to go all the way down low to miss it.
Outside.
Back to the normal camera for the final 45 laps of tonight's race.
Still there?
Lead is still about 2 seconds over Alex Bowman.
Still there?
2.5 back to Keselowski. Will we stay green to the finish, and how much damage does Schneider have?
Still there?
Definitely agree with your comments, by the way, Michael.
Clear all around.
We have just as many glitches. Even if we have like half the glitches that this game has, it's still gonna be like, I mean, this game's almost unplayable because of how buggy it is. It is so bad. The actual like gameplay itself is not bad. It's just so many bugs and glitches in this game. They've been patching the hell out of it since they released it. Literally, like, the second night after the release, the game was crashing anytime you tried to go into a custom championship. We had to delay our season when the game first came out. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Got one down low now.
We got one race, and we got the Daytona opener in the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series, and then we had to delay our Daytona 500 for like almost a week because the game was like bugged out, like it just wouldn't let us run the custom schedule. It's trash. Back in Benedetto.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Shack up on the outside, Chastain on the step house, which is
still there.
Still got about a 3-second lead. Keselowski battles Bowman for second, 38 laps to go at Bristol.
You got room, you're clear there. Hold that line, driver. You're all clear up top. Careful, still there. Stay high up there. You got room, you're clear. Clear all around there.
Bowman and Keselowski battling back and forth for second. They're in heavy lap traffic, which has allowed Schneider to kind of maintain his lead, if not pull away a little bit more again. Benedetto got him back with Suarez. They're battling for 8th place. Oh, scrape the wall. Hamlin goes around. Into Bubba Wallace. Schneider goes low to miss. Caution will wave. Caution will wave. Schneider had to miss a wreck off turn 2. Involving Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace. And just avoided it down low before Hamlin came down the bank into the racetrack. The 4th caution of the race. That'd be cool to see red flags in the next game. Schneider's going to pit. He's got some damage. He's going to throw 4 fresh tires back on this bad boy. Why not? Free pass to Tyler Reddick. He'll be back on the lead lap. Keselowski Bowman will be on the front row. Schneider will give up the lead for the first time in about 70 laps or so for fresh tires. And he's only going to be in the second row. Surprised none of the other top 2 hit pit as well. Green flag back in the air. Keselowski leads the field to the green. He was barely in front of Bowman at the time of the caution. Underneath Bowman for second. Keselowski out in front for the first time all night long.
Careful, still there.
Bowman trying to block Schneider. Schneider had to jam the brakes as Bowman crowds it.
Careful, still there.
Schneider going to crisscross to the outside, and Bowman gets in front of him there too as he's blocking just like Schneider did. But Schneider on the fresh tires powers by him, and now a slide job going into the corner of Keselowski. Way up the racetrack, big time slide. Both the fresh tires he gripped up in the center of the corner, and Schneider gets to the lead. Keselowski down low now, but he does not have the grip the 99 does, and Schneider pulls away. 27 to go, and he's back in the lead again. Diamond Jeff, Parkway, welcome to the stream. Bristol night race. Schneider trying to go back-to-back for the first time in his NASCAR Cup Series career. Narrowly avoiding a spinning Denny Hamlin that involved Bubba Wallace, bringing out that last caution. Schneider was the only little bad car to take fresh tires during the caution. And now hoping it stays green to the end. There are a lot of late yellows at Richmond. We've had one now late in this one. I guess two if you count the second to last caution. At least both of them coming in the last 90 laps. Schneider in the wall off four, maybe pushing a little too hard. Side by side for second place now. Keselowski shuts the door on Bowman again. Out to the 2.5-second lead. Lap traffic going to be coming in a few laps. Bowman is in a position to make the playoffs on points, even though he's back to third now. That would knock out Eric Almirola, Eric Jones, and Joey Logano. Logano was the number 2 seed coming into the playoffs and has the most wins on the season of 4. With those 2 DNFs and a run currently outside the top 10 today at Bristol. No matter how many playoff points he had, even in the round of 16, it looks like he is on his way to being eliminated, barring maybe a late caution bringing Bowman out of the mix. I mean, we saw Hamlin spin and he was in 5th place.
Clear high, clear high.
1 lap down at the time.
All right, you're clear. Got one peeking inside.
Schneider's pulling away. One thing that can cost the now is another caution.
Clear low, bud. You're all clear up top there. Careful. Still there.
Just wants to see the
got
white
room,
flag
you're clear
now.
there.
Far more dominant than what that Richmond race was last night when he kind of got handed the pin with all those late race yellows. Leading only the final 7 laps. He has led over 300 laps here tonight at Bristol.
Clear low.
As Dark Crypto said in the chat a little while ago, this is a Kyle Larson-like dominant performance
Road clear.
here tonight. That includes winning both stages. First time he's done that in his NASCAR Cup Series career. Logano was 23rd. It's a bad run for a lot of the cutoff drivers outside of Alabama. And Clint Boyer made
All right,
it
you're
14
clear.
points above. He's been in the top 10 most of the day as well. So stop your mind. Make sure you hit that like button if you just tuned in and didn't get a chance to do that yet.
Still there. You got room. You're clear.
Should do a collab with another YouTuber. I'd love to. I've sent out a super chat on 2 occasions on the NASCAR Weekly podcast, just saying something about wanting to get like the NASCAR YouTube community as a whole in for a trivia game. Not just one, I mean like a weekly trivia game show. See who the NASCAR trivia champion can be for the NASCAR YouTube community and start doing like a game show.
You're all clear up
That
top.
takes place a couple months out of the NASCAR season. I wanted to start it before they got into the summer months and run into the end of the NASCAR season. I wanted it to be like 8 to 10 weeks
Stay on the
long.
bottom.
You know, maybe
All right,
every
you're clear
other,
there.
not every week, but like every other week from like June to the end of the season. They seemed in on it, but I have no way to actually communicate with them. I could communicate with Danny B on Twitter, and I think that's probably what I'm going to do. It's late in the season now that, you know, we wouldn't get it in unless we did it every week, pretty much.
10 laps to go.
And it'd be hard to schedule that.
Hold your line.
I'd love for that to happen. I'd host it, but, you know, I don't know how exactly it would be organized. I literally, for like 2 days, I was just kind of thinking, plotting ideas and whatever. And I pretty much have the layout of how the game show would work. Just, it will depend on how many people want to do it. And I've mentioned it on the in the chat on my live stream. You guys, whenever I mentioned it, seemed like you'd be up for it. You'd watch it. See all your favorite NASCAR YouTubers compete. Against one another on a 4-round game show tournament style. We'll have eliminations every week. At the end, the last survivor is yes, Matt Kent is also missed the playoffs. Chase Elliott did. William Byron missed the playoffs. Two former champions at Bristol. Shane Pirelli, because he is running in the top 5 tonight. Would have had a chance to win with Reagan. Donald had some really terrible runs. Jones hasn't won that.
Careful, still there. Alright, you're clear there.
Well, it should have. I mean,
5 to go, 5 to go.
Even players like it wasn't one of the 4 drivers that landed in there. Christopher Bell also missed the playoffs.
Looking inside now.
Contact with William Byron. Kind of crowded him a little bit off the exit of turn 4. And slides a little bit on corner entry.
Careful, still there.
In 6th place, gets over him. Contact. Just a tiny bit. Coming to 3 laps to go. Just gone by.
Still there. Still there.
Schneider 3 wide to the top. Needed the last time lap to do that today.
All right.
2 to go. Just trying to get to the white flag.
Hold your line. Got 1 inside. You got room. You're clear there. Car on the outside now.
Go down, roll another lap down over the finish. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go.
Bring it home.
And he is not even going to worry about passing another lap car in the final corner of the race. He's going to take it with ease. Schneider is going to win at a track that he has dreamed of racing his entire Cup Series career. And now he's a winner at that said racetrack. Egan Schneider wins the Bristol night race, winning 2 races in the round of 16, winning back-to-back races for the first time in his NASCAR Cup Series career, and now his 4th career victory, all in his rookie season, his 3rd crown jewel win of his rookie season as well. I mean, that is just unbelievable. By far his most dominant win as well, leading over 300 laps. The bullish victory lap around the Bristol Motor Speedway. What a night. Seven additional playoff points from tonight with winning both stages and the race. That will carry over into the round of 12. We'll take a look at the finishing results. Only 3 drivers finished on the lead laps and only 4 cautions per incident total. Schneider wins both stages in the race. Alex Bowman second in both stages and the race finish. Keselowski third in at least stage 2 and third in the race finish. Rookie Tyler Reddick finishes 4th, and Chase Elliott will round out the top 5. Clint Boyer 6th will point his way into the round of 12. Martin Truex Jr. with a win will advance into the round of 12. Matt Benedetto will advance, Benedetto, back-to-back good runs with back-to-back top 10s. He did not make the playoffs, so he finishes 8th. Daniel Suarez with a great run in 9th, and Kyle Busch also locks himself into the next round of points and round up the top 10 here tonight at Bristol. As far as the drivers at DNF go, we only had 3 DNFs. We saw Hamlin spin late, barely missed him. David Reagan's playoff dreams came to a finish tonight. The drivers that he needed to beat running really bad, he might have actually had a chance, but DNFing there before he could even get to the end of stage 1, or end of stage 2 rather, of course, was costing him. Quinn Houck also DNF'd here tonight as well. Justin Haley, 23 laps down at 37, but he did finish the race today. My goodness. Again, only 3 drivers finished on the lead lap in this one. The 4 drivers that will be eliminated from the round of 16, David Reagan, as we already mentioned. Eric Almirola will now be eliminated from the playoffs. Joey Logano will be eliminated from the playoffs after being the number 2 seed. And Eric Jones, who finished 15th, would still be eliminated with Bowman outscoring him by more than 5 points, finishing 3rd, Jones 15th. No stage points for Jones, and actually Bowman had 18 stage points. Outpointed it by quite a bit. Eric Jones, let me just double check here. Boyer finished ahead of him. Jimmy Johnson, he would have had to outscore by 17 points. He only outscored him by 4 points. So not enough there. He had to outscore Kurt Busch by 18 points. Kurt Busch finished ahead of him by a spot. Newman finished 12th, so he beat him as well. Ryan Blaney finished 24th. He had to outscore Blaney by 29 points, and he only outscored him by 9. So, yeah, I mean, we didn't really even have to go through the entire race. We know who the 12 drivers are. Wasn't much of a points battle today, considering Bowman ran very, very well, despite coming in below the cutoff line. The other drivers just ran terribly. 15 more, so those 4 drivers that missed out on the playoffs. Do you like the controller over the wheel? I prefer the controller while I'm commentating, but when I'm actually playing, I prefer the wheel. I feel like it's a lot more smoother, but there's a lot less happening at once. And I like alternating back and forth, getting like a different feel, I guess, of the broadcast, commentating these races. But my steering wheel doesn't work anymore, so I didn't want to buy it in 5. I'll probably have to do one by the time the next NASCAR video. And you on PlayStation? Yeah, perfectly fine. Don't plan on me playing offline at all. Don't bother messaging. I'd appreciate it. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter. I've only posted like 1 thing on there ever, but I need to be more active on that. I just started my Twitter account like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, but I haven't really, again, I only posted 1 thing. I think it was during the Atlanta race or something. Yeah, it was during the Atlanta race. Alright. So, well, we announced the 4 drivers that were eliminated from this round of the playoffs. The 12 drivers that will be advanced in, 2 of them on wins, with Keegan Schneider getting his 4th win of the season, tying Joey Logano for the most wins this season, but Logano completely missed the round of 16. So I guess of the drivers remaining, we have the most wins. That's unbelievable. Especially for our rookie season. Martin Truex Jr. also advanced on a win. Drivers who advanced on points would include, not in this order, but these are the drivers that advanced on points. Ryan Newman, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Alex Bowman got the last spot on points. Kevin Harvick advanced on points as well. And Jimmy Johnson and Luke Boyd also advanced on points. So those will be 12 drivers that will be moving on when we go to Las Vegas in the next race. Pretty good payout race here at Bristol too. That'll help us. far as this goes, that is not accurate. Blaney moves on, and Kurt Busch moves on. Elliott didn't even make the playoffs, and Joey Logano would have gotten eliminated. So those points will not be accurate. Plus, all the playoff points are not accurate too. There we are in victory lane, just the second time in the playoffs, in the first 3 races, and how about that? How about 4 straight top 2 finishes, 5 straight top 3s, and 6 straight top 6s now? We are on a roll. We'll keep that momentum bonus going into the next race at Las Vegas tomorrow as well. Awesome, awesome. DNFs will hurt in the driver's standings. That definitely hurt Logano. He had not 1 but 2. Look at that. 317 laps led today. On the season, coming into this race, we led 188 laps on the season total. And we led 317 in this one alone. Unbelievable. That puts us, what, over 500 laps led this season? That's unbelievable. Just like that. That was the same chassis we used at Richmond. We only led 7 laps at Richmond. Richmond's my worst track of this game, though, so I was kind of not surprised. I was surprised we won, but it took 4 cautions of the final 70 laps to do it. But this one, the caution actually, I guess, kind of played our way, too. I mean, we were leading before the final caution anyway, but we were able to pit for tires, repair our damage, and we got during that long green flag run there towards the end, and that up over $200 million, up over $2 million. Make a donation spot. I have to have 1,000 subscribers to get monetized. So yeah, once I get monetized, I've got more than I've had the watch time for like well over 6 months. It's just a matter of getting the subscribers up. So if you're watching, hit that subscribe button. Get your friends, get your family to subscribe. If they watch NASCAR, if you know somebody else that watches NASCAR, this is the place to be. Get it in a fantasy league where you have a chance to win 2 tickets to any race of your choosing next season. Yeah, just over 500 laps led this season. I doubt we're going to get to 1,000. I don't even know. Well, I guess there would be enough laps left in the final 7 races, but I would not be shocked if we didn't lead more than 100 laps the rest of the year total anyway. Incredible work out there. How does it feel to be a play? We're 3 races into the playoffs, and he's still talking about us being in the playoffs. Congrats making it to the round 12. There we go from Austin Dillon. Congrats making it to the next round for Willie B. Austin Dillon, way to go. Another round. Keep digging. Don't lose focus. It's a long ways to go. Indeed, Chase. Indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Win. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was counting the Darlington. I was going to say. I was like, we only got 4 wins this season. Why'd you run me off the track last race? Really, Bubba? Really? We're going to provoke. We'll keep that momentum bonus going. We need 2 more top 15s in the next 3 races to get the next incentive bonus, which is over $700,000, I believe. Gamertag's just my name. Keegan Schneider. Alrighty. A lot of my family doesn't even know I have a YouTube channel. I need to get on that with them. I need to tell them about it. Well, we haven't had a family reunion or anything with COVID going on, and I started the channel literally a month before COVID even happened, really. So, I mean, it, like, never really was able to, like, tell them that I was serious about YouTube because I haven't seen them in a while. All right, so get the short track chassis repaired. That's first and foremost. We'll have a little bit before we'll have to use it again. We might have to use it at the Roval, so we might as well get it built up. We'll be able to upgrade the suspension to a 90, so now we'll have a 90 on the engine, aero, and suspension. Boom. We could upgrade the pit crew, at least the accuracy, but I'm going to hold off for now. Our pit crew's I mean, we have 5 seconds of damage on that last stop, and we still beat Bowman off pit road. So we still got a really fast pit crew as it is. Bowman probably had a really slow stop too, but still. But yeah, going to Vegas. We'll have our best car department-wise ever, 90 all the way around. So we need a good run at Vegas. We're starting to get more playoff points. I think we'll be above the cutoff line in this round. If we don't get any more playoff points and advance to the round of 8, then we'll probably be below the cutoff line with the playoff points we have now going into the final round, depending on who makes it. If Hamlin, Truex, Kyle Busch make it, we'll definitely be 4th. I know we'll be behind those guys. Keselowski's got quite a few. He's got 3 wins as well. He finished top 5 in the point standing. So, I mean, we'll probably be below the cutoff line if in the round of 8 with the playoff points we've got. We didn't finish in the top 10 of the regular season standings, so even though we have 4 wins and 7 stage wins now, I guess we'll be a lot closer. What I'm thinking, we'll be close, but it'll be a tight battle both this round and next round if we don't get a win. So we'll see. Inside Uranus, welcome. Hope Keegan does an impromptu doubleheader. No, I gotta work tomorrow, guys. I still gotta get something to eat tonight. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna hit the hay, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Likely gonna have NASCAR 05. Next race is at Richmond for the NASCAR Busch Series, or we'll run the Modified Series tomorrow. So one of those two series will take place if we run the Modified Series. For those of you that don't know, we run 2 races in one stream. Means both races are like 100 laps to 150 laps. They're not long races, and they're on short tracks. Most of the time, at least. I think we only got 2 road courses at Old Spice Speedway, but even still, we'll run 2 races if we do run that. So, how long till the Roval? Roval is the cutoff race in the round of 12, and we do not have a road course chassis. Honestly, we probably could have saved up for one instead of upgrading the suspension there, but it still would have been close on if we, well, even if we would have bought it, we would have only been able to get it to like an 80 overall car by the time the Roval would have came about anyway, so it would have been a waste of money. We're going for the championship or rookie season so we can end this career mode because we might not have time for another season depending on, I mean, you got to figure if we, what's today's date? The 26th? 7 more days, at least, you know, with this career mode. Well, more than that because we're not running it every day because the days I work, I won't be able to do a cup race. So it'll probably take a week and a half to 2 weeks to finish this career mode up for this season. And if the next NASCAR game comes out even in the middle of September, we're not going to have enough time to finish to do another season. I mean, we might not even have enough time to finish the custom schedule season up. I hope we do, but I think running that extra Xfinity Series season kind of hurt us because I just can't do cup races on days I have to work 9 times out of 10. Unless it rains and I can't golf after work, but that's like the only way I can do it. I could sacrifice not golfing, but I love to play some golf. I try to get some free time in outside of, you know, having the channel, even though I love doing this. Thanks for everybody tuning in here tonight. Again, like, share, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. I'll see you guys tomorrow. NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup. We won the Truck Series Championship. We finished that up last night, I believe. Yeah, we finished that up last night. So, continuing the Busch, the Cup, and the Modified Series. Obviously, we're not going to be doing Cup on the days I work, so it'll either be Busch or Modified Series action tomorrow night. But tune in whenever I can get home from work. We'll end up streaming that. So thanks, everybody. Have a good rest of your night. See you tomorrow.